My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Hickory, Mississippi, 38841. I have been kidnapped by Scientology. They are harassing me, torturing me, premeditating my death. They're doing this to my family too. So this is how Scientology works. There's more space in the universe than humans can see. There are 11 dimensions. They reside in the inverse. It looks like inward expansion. So there's more space in the universe than humans can see. We have biology in this extra place. We utilize this biology to have an afterlife. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra dimensional biology before we die. They utilize techniques and technology to turn their extra dimensions into a vehicle, which they can drive around. This technology allows them to do several things. First, it allows them to assimilate themselves into a hive mind. They interface technology with their extra dimensional brain tissue, the central nervous system. It links everyone into a computer system where they are able to communicate with each other and interact with each other in a digital landscape. It even allows these people to have sexual relations with each other. This technology also allows for the creation of surrogates. They can drive other organisms. They can drive humans, animals, insects, worms. Please get away from my family. This technology also artificially stimulates neural tissue, and it artificially elevates neurochemistry. I was kidnapped by these people so they could read my mind. I am a genius, a political activist, and I'm an author. I write literature for fun. I wrote my whole life. I did it on social media for several years, and then I got kidnapped by these people. They started stealing my intellectual property. Then I became sick. They started practicing Scientology on me. I have countless videos of what they've done. I'm getting a death threat. They say I'm going to die peaceful. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. So we have extra dimensional biology in another dimension. It grows out of us into another dimension. If this biology is removed, We are still in it. We still experience everything it goes through. They can literally remove brain tissue and put it somewhere else, and you are still inside of this brain tissue. It is part of us. We experience this while we're among the living, and you never know. While people call it their chakras or their chi, their inner power, the neurochemical energy that we produce stimulates this extra dimensional biology while we are among the living. And the foods that we consume flow through this biology. There are more dimensions to the particles that we consume than we can see. They're saying horrible things, premeditating my death. They have stolen my extra dimensional biology. They have utilized some of it for transplant purposes. They have utilized some of it for surrogate purposes. And some of it they're torturing. They like to stick foreign objects inside of me, torture devices. They like to give me parasites. They like to make me sick and cause dysfunction. I'm very sick. God did not help me write my intellectual property. I've been doing it my whole life. These people are Scientologists. They witnessed me writing intellectual content, participating in politics. I had a large following. People looked up to me. We actually did things like persuade election outcomes, lawmaking. We discussed policy, environmental issues. I was also an author. I write a lot of literature. I like to write fun things. I do it constantly. That's kind of what we do on social media, isn't it? Some of us do. We like to write things out. They kidnapped me for it, especially my participation in politics. People started communicating with me in a strange way. Important people in the world, powerful people. They started communicating with me directly through media and the internet. So Scientology is literally removing biology from people. They remove body parts from people and install technology inside of them. So they stick stuff inside of them, wire up their neurons in their nervous system to digital devices. You're breaking the law. They keep trying to pass a false narrative which says I'm a bad person or I've done something wrong that somehow justifies their behavior towards us. Scientology is kidnapping people and exploiting people on earth. They force people to participate in Scientology. If you're not participating in Scientology, you're getting worked on. They're utilizing their technology and techniques in an attempt to control people. These people installed mind reading technology inside of me to experience me creating. They wanted to experience my psychology. They became attracted to it when they see me on social media. And they got to witness me doing philosophy and writing my intellectual property. They got to experience the joy and the natural high that I experience when I create. Plus, they've seen how valuable my intellectual property is. They started selling seats to my phone service. They let people invade my mind space for a fee. We've been fighting the whole time for the last 13 years. Bad things started to happen. People in the world seen what they were doing to me. This is terrorism. This has turned into a snuff film. After they started stealing my intellectual property and then planned to steal the rest of it, they stole some of it. Divine currency and thunder beings and Native American comic book ideas. And who knows what else is out there. Well, a lot of people started writing in the hive. Everybody started putting books out. Some of the people were stealing my intellectual property. They are treating me as a form of entertainment and as a way to make money. They are exploiting me and robbing me. So after this went on for a long period of time, they wanted the body parts that was responsible for creating. They took my extra dimensional biology for transplant purposes and for surrogate making purposes. Then it turned into a snuff film. A large percentage of the Scientology community are criminal. These people do things like invade people's privacy, invade their homes. They stalk people. They kidnap people, exploit people. They traffic humans. They steal biology from people. They like to manipulate and coerce people. They like to take over people's lives. Torture is rampant among these people. So is rape, harassment, and murder. They like to make surrogates just to commit criminal activity, or they coerce or compel people to do it for them. They say the most horrible things to me. They're creating some kind of martyrdom story. They're calling me a savior type. They're forcing Christianity upon me. where they're going to torture me to death and steal my intellectual property and use it to save the planet. I did nothing wrong. I keep getting victim shamed over and over again. I am bound by the Constitution of the United States and nothing else. I am an American citizen. You are not above the law. Then you are a foreign and domestic enemy. I'm a third dimensional human. It's not a haunting. You're speaking to me with a third dimensional brain. You are on your third dimensional biology talking to me. You are another human in the world. God thinks he's above the law. He calls himself God. He's a Scientologist. They all call themselves God, or one of them is bigger than the rest. Well, if you commit crimes against humanity, you become the devil. Get off my property. Leave me and my family alone. Put our biology somewhere safe and get away from us. You are breaking the law. Yes, these are humans on Earth utilizing Scientology's tech to kidnap me and exploit me. And it's turned into a snuff film. They can alter my behavior. Anybody can alter anybody's behavior. Just go get close to them, speak to them, or make them sick, assault them, and they'll act differently. Get away from me and my family. You're breaking the law. Scientology has invaded every institution in our society: media companies, marketing companies, social media, internet companies, tech companies, big business, the government, politicians, the CIA, the FBI, the military. One of them gives us Scientology services. Some of these organisms have gotten big. Some of these humans have gotten really big. Whenever your biology leaves you, or the practice of Scientology is creating big organisms, big humans. Since they are bigger than us, they call themselves God. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. Everybody transcends time. Everybody has 11 dimensional eyesight. Everyone can drive surrogates. I don't care. Get away from me. These are humans on Earth practicing Scientology. I became aware of this 13 years ago. But now I have evidence that it started before that. Get away from me. You're breaking the law. Stop talking to me and leave. Get away from me. Yes, these are humans on earth calling themselves God. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. You are breaking the law. They not only did this to me, they did it to my family, my coworkers, my neighbors, my community, even my doctors, in an attempt to hurt me, cause chaos in my life. They wanted me sick so they could get away with murder. They don't want me healthy. They want me without a vehicle, with no money, no way to go, no way to hire a lawyer, no way to travel around and fix this problem. If I had a vehicle and the money to travel, I'll go around visiting police stations, FBI offices, the military. I would hire a lawyer. They make sure that I don't have that ability. Stop driving my worms. You're breaking the law. They're premeditating my death. Most of these people belong to the Navy, Facebook, Microsoft, and other social media companies, and the government, politicians, the CIA, the FBI. For some reason, the Scientology community owns the Navy. and most of the military, just like they own everybody else. But the Navy are the biggest. Also, some of these people can get rich. My work and my intellectual property would have helped society so much more if y'all had have stayed away from me. It would have been so much better, and there would have been so much more of it. Now the same people that are destroying life on this planet are making more money. These are the people in power. Some of them saying if God wants to do it, let him do it. No. First of all, that is not God. He's a human from Earth. I have rights. I'm a human being. I'm an American citizen. Scientology kidnaps people and exploits them. You don't own me. You're breaking the law. God damn, this is disgusting. It is so disgusting what these people do. Body parts. They mutilate biologies for a living. That is our afterlife. Get away from me. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. They harass me constantly. You're breaking the law. You are breaking the law. They like to invade people's privacy, invade their homes. They like to break and enter. They like to stalk people, steal biologies. They manipulate people. They like to destroy property. They like to contaminate food and water supply with poisons and parasites. They like to hurt people, make them sick. They like to cause accidents. They like to exploit people. They rape people, molest and mutilate and murder people. They use weapons of mass destruction. You're breaking the law. So their practice of Scientology, coupled with their criminal behavior and the artificial stimulation of their brain tissue, it's led to some seriously bad psychology within these people. They are psychotic and delusional, irritable. They stay angry. They think they are above the law. They're jealous and petty, greedy, machoistic. They have a God complex. The human genome produces an 11-dimensional organism with horns on our head. We have a myelin sheath and a head covering so we can survive the extremities of outer space in the afterlife. Scientology removes our Anunnaki from us. It chops it to pieces. They make lizard people, insectoids, and alien forms out of our biologies. An alien is the best they can do with their body modifications. They are sick. They all have brain damage. They're all clacked out of their heads. They practice body modification, literally removing and mutilating body parts. And the kidnapping and the coercion and the exploitation, they're destroying the world. Our heavenly bodies come with special abilities. We have powerful eyesight. We have 11-dimensional eyesight that can see down to the molecular level. If our biologies are healthy and we're in a healthy environment, we can actually move particles around with our mind. We can interact with biologies on an intimate level. We can even control genetics on the fly. We can modify genetic structures and help organisms develop, especially our upper dimensions. They are cleaved. They can't access our third dimension. They are abusing the powers of heaven. They're committing crimes against humanity and rampant criminal activity for personal gain. You're breaking the law. Yes, that's mainly what the horns are for, is a head covering. It is made out of like a keratin material, like a fingernails. It's malleable. From what I have observed, they have lung tissue inside of them. Believe it or not, lungs on top of our head. Yes, ancient humans helped us evolve into Anunnakis. That's what our heavenly abilities are for. They are help to help life develop and to help us stay healthy. I don't know what we were before that. Space transcends time. So these people are experiencing the past at the very present moment. Our third dimensionals don't see time as it truly is. We see time as a linear event. The days passing one after another. Time is actually a simultaneous event. The past, the present, and the future happen simultaneously. That means the beginning of the universe and the end of the universe happen simultaneously. That means these people are experiencing the beginning of the universe at the current moment. Right now, they are experiencing the first life forms develop on the planet. They are experiencing the Jurassic period, the Cretaceous period, and all in between. They are experiencing the building of the pyramids. They are experiencing the kings and queens of Europe. They are experiencing the Declaration of Independence all at the same time. And they can interact with it. Everybody's saying after these people get done with this, their life goes downhill after this. They destroy the planet. They're destroying the universe. We never let life evolve into its optimal existence before we started this practice of creating gods. Life should have evolved first, and we should have had intelligence and morality requirements in our societies. Everybody needs good education, good psychological development before they obtain the powers of heaven. They are torturing me. I'm very sick. You're breaking the law. I'm bound by the Constitution of the United States and nothing else. You can't hurt me for no reason. Body snatchers. They have destroyed my mind. Mutilation and installing digital technology. I am very sick, weak. Stop harassing me. Stop harassing me. From what they showed us, or what they showed me, our lungs develop cones on the end of them. They're barely attached. One guy calls them chesticles. They're cone shaped. We remove them from ourselves and put them in our horns. It's lung tissue. It looks like an ice cream cone. Hangs off of our lungs in the upper dimensions. That's what I've seen. I don't know the truth. I have seen Anunnakis. I've seen aliens. I've seen insectoids. I've seen worm people. I've seen lizard people. My father is a surrogate. He named me Christopher. That's not supposed to be my name. My name is supposed to be Robert Wayne Weathers. But my dad had to have me named Christopher. My parents argued about it, and they settled for Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. Now I have four names, just so they could call me Saint Christopher and call this a martyrdom story because they transcend time. They are experiencing my birth right now. They are there driving my father as he names me at the present moment, just to get off with torture, murder, body snatching, intellectual property theft. Scientology creates the aliens. They take our Nunnakai, chop them to pieces, and modifies into other forms. They utilize biology from multiple species, and they also do genetic modification to help us develop. Yes, with our heavenly abilities, they can help our extra dimensional biology develop into different things. That's the worst part about it. They like to stick stuff in us, inside of us, foreign objects. It makes us sick on Earth, makes our third dimension sick to, to lose body parts and to experience foreign objects, especially in our brain. Getting a death threat. You're breaking the law.